In the past 15 years, I've helped dozens, if not hundreds of organizations rewrite and recraft their vision statements. I've seen really weird vision statements. I've seen meh vision statements. I've seen, frankly, bananas vision statements. I've also seen really good ones like this and this and this. In this video, I'm going to talk about why you need a vision statement, the mistakes you're making with your current vision statement, and how to write a really great one. And I'm going to do it without giving you stupid corporate examples like McDonald's and Nike that are not relevant for your organization. Let's get into it. Hello, my name's Adam. I'm a strategy coach for journalism, nonprofit, and philanthropy leaders. Just back from holiday. That was me there, set in Denmark. Actually, that day I saw 3 whales just swimming out in the sea about 50 meters from the shore. It was really beautiful. I was going to make a joke about porpoise-driven organizations here, but I am better than that. I'm not better than that. So why do we need a vision statement as an organization? Well, a vision statement for me is 4 things. Firstly, it's a light for attracting attention and funding. Secondly, it's a decision-making machine. It helps you in the organization decide what funding to take on, what projects to do, who to collaborate with. Thirdly, it's a huge time saver. Of course, you can reuse this text in your website, in concept notes, in all your promotional and marketing materials, fundraising proposals, etc. And finally, and most importantly, a vision statement is an excuse to get the most important people in your organization in a room, spend time together to really work out what it is that you're doing. It's a placeholder for a conversation that needs to happen. There are so many mistakes that I see in vision statements over and over again. Here are the 3 biggest for me. The first is mixing up mission and vision. So what is a vision statement? Well, a vision statement is some kind of aspirational view of the future. It portrays the long-term change that you as an organization wants to see. And it also serves as a beacon to guide in those who are attracted to your vision, to your ideas, who want to join you on that journey. A mission statement, on the other hand, is based in the here and now. It's what you do in the day-to-day. It's practical steps, it's concrete action. It outlines what you do in the here and now to get to that vision. The second major problem I see is all filler, no killer. And by that I mean too much fluff in the vision statement, too many overused words. Every single word there needs to earn its place. And that means getting rid of all the traditional NGO words like empowers, supports, engages, all of this stuff. They're not terrible words on their own, but they're so overused in this space, and many are seen as very neo-colonial, either by communities or by funders. You have to really make sure every single word does its job and earns its right to be in that sentence. And the third problem is, well, most vision statements are just too long. As Blaise Pascal said, I have made this longer because I did not have time to make it short. When I see an overly long vision statement, all I think is that you couldn't be bothered to get your team together in a room to really work out what matters to you as an organization. And you can bet that if I'm thinking that, funders are also thinking that too. So if you can avoid these 3 mistakes, confusing mission and vision, too much fluff, and too long, you're off to a great start. But what makes a really great vision statement? Let's get into it. For me, there are 4 elements that are part of every great vision statement, and they have to be in there. The first is the change. This is the impact that you want to see in the world as a result of your work. The second is the differentiator. This is what makes you different. The third is the scope. This is where you have to make this thing real. And the fourth is the humanity. This is where you demonstrate a very real and human connection. Let's make this real with an example now. I've chosen the Emerson Collective. They're a philanthropic organization, a foundation. They clearly spent a lot of time on their mission and vision. This is actually a combination of a mission and a vision statement. Together, we're going to pick out the elements of the vision statement and show you why it works and why it's really effective. The Emerson Collective is a company that invests in entrepreneurs and innovators driven by purpose and a sense of possibility, working to create a world of abundance for future generations. Complex challenges in education and economic mobility, immigration, and the environment require audacious ideas, rigorous thinking, and hard work. At Emerson Collective, we are proud to partner with those taking big swings, with humility about our role, and hustle because it's about damn time. So let's break this statement down and show you how you can take lessons from it to write your own. So the first thing that every vision statement needs is the change. And this is where you can talk about the impact of your work. This is not about what you do. This is about a change in state. This is about a change in the world that you want to see. Emerson Collectives is a world of abundance for future generations. And why I love this is abundance is a really interesting term, that the concept of a world of abundance immediately piques my curiosity. But also the future generations part of this shows that their work is going a long way into the future, but is also rooted in the now. It's a really smart bit of linguistic play. The second important element that needs to be in every vision statement is the differentiator. And obviously this is what makes us unique. And the more of this that you've got, the more likely that you are to attract that attention and that funding. So the example from the Emerson Collective is, we are proud to partner with those taking big swings. It's also backed up somewhat by driven by purpose and a sense of possibility, and the sentence or phrase, audacious ideas, rigorous thinking, and hard work. Basically, what they're saying is they want to be unique in the philanthropic space for being prepared to take big bets on big risks and people with a certain kind of mindset that they think can move forward. That's their differentiator. That's what sets them apart. This potentially could even be stronger in this statement. It's a bit between the lines, and I'm not sure it really paints them as truly unique in this field. I think there are other foundations that would say it, but that's what they've gone for. The third element that needs to be in every vision statement is the scope. This is where you make it real, where you root it in a specific problem or context. So if you have a problem or context statement, this is where you need to condense it and insert it here. But you can also sort of cordon off a specific demographic or community or geography to show truly where you operate. For the Emerson Collective, they've defined complex challenges in education and economic mobility, immigration, and the environment. They want to show this is where we work, this is the people that we're interested in, these are the big themes that we've decided to tackle. The key here is to be focused, but not too specific. I'm personally generally against metrics or deadlines in these kind of vision statements, but sometimes it works. If you want to eradicate polio by 2050, I think that's really valid as both having a date and this kind of big gnarly goal. Sometimes it doesn't work though. Sometimes it can seem overly ambitious, or you really have to be able to back up those numbers. The fourth key element is the humanity. This needs to be in every vision statement. It's perhaps the strongest part of the Emerson Collective statement, to my mind. This is where you need to make it connect on a human level. You need to root it into people's lives. You need to give them an image to hold in their heads. You need to make it relevant to them. And there's a few ways you can do this. You can either do it by giving them concrete images, showing where the change is happening or the thing that you might be building. You can also do it by just using really personable, conversational, or unique language. And that's the option that the Emerson Collective have gone for in theirs. So in their statement, they talk about they work with humility about our role and hustle because it's about damn time. So you have this nice alliteration of humanity and hustle, two really interesting words in this context. And then, of course, because it's about damn time, they're willing to sort of throw in some vernacular there to show that they're really sort of passionate, but also ordinary, down-to-earth type people. Whether they are or not is a different matter, but this is the impression that they want to give, and they do it really effectively. So that's it. You need to show the change, the differentiator, the scope, and then the humanity. Get all four of those elements in, and you potentially have a winning vision statement. I must say as well, I think it's totally valid to break the rules. All the best organizations break the rules, but you need to know what game you're playing. And I think you need to have written and crafted this thing first, and then you can afford to leave elements out or decide that other elements shouldn't be there. There are a lot of other words in that Emerson Collective sentence. And well, what are they doing there? Well, they are their mission. What they've done is written a mission, written a vision, and then combined it into one paragraph, which is a really powerful way of doing it. There is often, and maybe should be, quite a lot of overlap between vision and mission statements. Sometimes it makes sense just to layer them up a little bit and bring them together into one sentence so they flow, rather than having these just two pointless blocks of text that just sit very detached from each other. They are one and the same. They are two sides of the same coin. So if you can craft them into a really powerful paragraph or couple of sets of sentences, then you're doing a really good job. I'm going to talk about mission statements in another video. This video has been about vision statements. I hope it's been useful. Here's a challenge. Why don't you be brave, drop your vision statement in the comments below, and I will give you a quick audit on what's working in that statement and what's not working in that statement. If you like what I do here, please obviously like, subscribe, tell your friends. I have a free fundraising course that you can find in a link below. If you like the music in this video, that is my music. head over to Spotify to check that out. Thanks for watching and see you next time.